Hey there. Okay, so no intro and no outro because we're on the road. And I just got the feeling, I didn't record one. Well, I recorded one on Wednesday for you, but I didn't publish it. And then I didn't do one yesterday because I wasn't in the mood, and I just thought to myself, don't do it when you're not in the mood, Brooklyn. Just nobody wants to hear you force something out just so you can say you did it. Like, it's better to actually have something to contribute. So I think yesterday I just made a Facebook post instead, which has also been very interesting. Actually, we might start there. But I was thinking today what I'd like to do is share something practical with you that might be able to help you with your business. So just before I do that, let me say, the thing is, since I moved, which is 5 weeks ago now. I know, it's just 5 weeks, but I really do feel like I'm part of it. But anyway, all these big changes happening in lots and lots of different ways. And in case you missed the Facebook post, one of the things that I was talking about was how, when you're, I'm going to say manifesting, but when you're manifesting something, I believe that the way to bring anything into your reality, right? And that just means the way for you to get what you want, right? The goal that you have, the decision you've made, whatever it is, I think you really do need to start by, as I've said to you before, making that decision. And then from that decision, thinking about, okay, from that space, what do I think? What do I say? How do I act? What do I, all those kinds of things. And that when that happens, that becomes embedded, or we would say embodied. And I think when it's happened because you start doing things you wouldn't normally do. And in my case, I don't even think about it in the moment. It's the next day or the day after I'm thinking about it. For example, I was going to say how embarrassing is this, but it's not embarrassing. This is just a for example. So for example, I was looking on Facebook at posts and stuff like that, and boom, up in front of my face, in front of my eyes, in my line of sight, comes a lady who's selling hand-knitted jumpers. And would you believe, and I know that you will, but you know how when you have ADHD, you just get super impulsive and you don't really think things through? Well, I was like, I have to have a hand-knitted jumper. And this was on the back of the hand-knitted blue cardigan that I got a few weeks ago, right? I've been loving that cardigan and wearing it to death, but it's, an only child. It needs more. So I thought, let's get it some brothers and sisters. And so I contacted the lady who was selling them, and I made arrangements to go down there. I went down, and anyway, I decided I was going to get two. And then when I was down there and I saw all the others, I thought to myself, I actually want some of the others as well. So then I had to go to the shops. I told her, don't sell them to anybody, I'm coming back, because I couldn't do Pay ID and PayPal and everything. She wanted cash. So I'm off in another faraway land. I don't know my bearings, whatever. I go and I find a servo and I pull out some cash, and I managed to get back to her place, and I say to her, I want those other three. So now I've got like another 5. And I wore one to church today, and everybody was commenting on it. Not just because they're nice people, but because I feel like so great. And do you know what? I think there's a vibrancy, isn't there, that comes about when you're just feeling so good. And anyway, the other thing is that when I was speaking to this lady about the jumpers, right, she's so proud of the fact that she's made them with Bendigo wool, and apparently, like, I got the feeling from her that that's a big deal, right? So then I was like, whoa, and I was giving her back that's a big deal. And anyway, and I just feel so good. Like, I got home, I didn't try any on while I was there at her place. I just grabbed them, and then when I got home, I tried them all on, and it's not always the way. The one that you think you want, you think is going to look the best, never does. And the random things that you buy always turn out to be lovely delights and surprises, and that's what's happened here. And so this morning when I was getting ready to go, I thought to myself, I'm going to wear one of my new jumpers, and so that's what I did. But the other thing too was like when I was getting these jumpers, the lady was saying to me, she was like, oh, what attracted you to the jumpers? Like, why did you want to get them? And I said to her, because I love natural fibres. I like wearing natural fibres. And I was just saying it like I didn't even think about it. It was just like the words were tumbling out. And it wasn't until the next day that, you know, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, like I've never said that in my life. But what I realised was, get this, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, when I started really focusing on becoming the person who has the house, who's feeling spacious, he's got great business, he's got great connections, all of this, just like I wrote out that list for the house, I wrote out a list for me. And would you believe, on that list, right there in the middle of my pile of things, my pile of attributes, it says she floats around her house wearing natural fibres. So anyway, the reason that I'm sharing this with you, if you saw it on Facebook, I'm sorry you had to live through it again, but if you didn't see it on Facebook, this is new, and I think it's significant because it's showing you what it looks like in real life. This is not just me saying, hey, if you want to see things differently, you got to do things differently, you got to think about things differently, perceive things differently. When you do, you change. When your beliefs change, you make things mean differently and all of that kind of stuff. That's when you change, and that's when you really can start to have all these things that you really want to have without thinking about it. This is why I think goal setting is great for some people, but it's not for people like me, I think, or perhaps even you, right? I believe, as I said before, goal setting puts something over there out of reach. We've got to keep striving, but I think when you make the decision and then you move to that identity and the embodiment, things happen on autopilot. And guess what else? Last night I bought muslin, I'm not sure how you say it, bedding. So I just saw this ad popped up on my Facebook, and it said, you know, imagine being swaddled as an adult, or something like that. I can't remember, but basically it's a blanket for your bed. You can get single, king, doona, like all the things, and it's 6 layers for summer, autumn, you know, summer, spring, sorry, and it's 9 layers for winter, autumn. So anyway, I was like, oh, this is perfect because it's all natural fibres. And I loved it. And I love muslin. Like, I've got face cloths and things like that. And I love a natural fibre. And yeah, and get this, I was like, you know, I'm just somebody now who attracts offers and who attracts deals and all of this. And anyway, when I clicked on it, guess what? 2 for 1. 2 for 1. So then it was really hard because I had to think, oh gosh, should I get 2 of the same colour? Should I get 2 in different colours? Maybe I can keep 1 for the guests. Maybe I keep 1 for myself and Buddy. I don't know. So then it took ages to figure out. So anyway, I got a neutral taupey brownie latte colour, and then I got a grey, like a milky grey, because I think they'll go with things all year round. I wanted white so bad, but I just thought, knowing me, I'm going to mark it, and I don't want to do that because then it's like over, and I know. At least if it's like a grey colour, I can handle it a little bit better than white. Okay, so on to the thing that I wanted to share with you that I thought might be practical and helpful. So in the process at the moment, updating my own website, as you know, and part of that is putting together the offers, which I thought I had done until I find myself on the website and I'm like, oh, I want to do a lead magnet. And I was thinking, oh, what am I going to do for lead magnet, blah, blah, blah. And I found myself falling into the trap that many of you have fallen into. And I thought, I'm going to tell you how I got out of it so that you can get out of it too. I was just going to go and make something that either felt easy or that I thought would be enjoyable for me to make. But big mistake. And I confess I lost time making something. But luckily, reality kicked in, and I was like, all right, not going to do that. I have to change my lead magnet. And anyway, the lead magnet is the freebie that you've got on your website, right? And so I was there and I was thinking, am I going to make it about manifesting, or do I want to use different language? Is it going to be a guide? Is it going to be a video? Is it going to be an audio? Is it going to be like this, like doing all of the things? And then I remembered, practice what you preach, Brooklyn. So I thought to myself, okay, step one, what do I want to achieve with the lead magnet? And very interesting, because I realized that I wanted to filter people in and filter people out of my offers. So I want them to be able to get this lead magnet and know after using it that I'm for them or not, right? Both are equally valuable and useful. I do not want anyone in my world if I'm not their cup of tea. And if they love me and what I'm doing, then absolutely I want them in my world. So it's win-win either way. The other thing that I wanted to do is, I guess, prepare them for what I'm going to be talking about and teaching them about and how it's all going to go. And so it needs to be able to do that. Then I want to think about what else does it need to do? Well, it needs to build my email list. And the only way it's going to build my email list is if it's, A, interesting, of course, and B, going to answer a question or solve a problem. So then I am thinking to myself, okay, what do I want that to look like? What are the problems that my ideal clients experience when it comes to getting the things that they want, like professionally in their businesses or personally, like maybe it's a relationship, or like me, new home, things like that. What is it that's getting in the way when they're trying to do the things, right? So anyway, I was thinking about all of that. So that's where it's kind of at the moment. And then I, just kind of stopped everything and down tools and went off this morning. So and then I went to the market, and at the market I bought 2 lavender bushes, which I am super excited about because, get this, I love to make my very famous cake, which is called pumpkin and lavender cake. And if you're interested in the recipe, you may be able to get it online. I use a cookbook called the Lola Berry, Lola, Lola Berry, as in strawberry, that's her name, cookbook, and it's called the Happy Cookbook because, of course, right, me, happy. So it's called the Happy Cookbook. And anyway, I've cooked this particular pumpkin cake with the lavender so many times, and it's always a hit. So anyway, there's a games night next week. I'm not going to the games night because I don't want to be around people, but I still want to participate. So I'm just going to walk this cake up to a little church, drop it off, and they can all eat it while they're playing their games. I don't want any part of that. But anyway, it feels good to be in that space and be able to make it. And then after that, I went up and I got some ingredients for soup and slow cook meals for during the week. And now I'm just pulling up in the driveway, and Buddy should be looking at me from the window with love, and he should be there he is. Good boy, Buddy. Hello, Buddy. I'm just looking at my little baby now. Good boy, Buddy. Good boy. He's a Cavalier, and I don't know if you're familiar with the breed, but they always look like they're depressed. Like, he's just always got a droopy face. Which isn't very nice for me to say, is it? But his mouth always looks like, he could care less. But when he's puffing on our walks, it looks like a smile, and so I just choose to interpret the puffing as smiling. Oh my gosh, he's too cute. He's too cute, this little doggy of mine. Anyway, it's Sunday. I'm going to let you go and enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to go inside, unpack the shopping, whack the slow cooker on, and then take Buddy Boo for a great big long walk because the sun's out. I want to maximize it just in case it's raining tomorrow and we can't. So but anyway, I hope that you have a really, 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 really beautiful day. And I also, again, just want to say thank you so much for listening. As I realized during the week, with my posts on Facebook and maybe even with the podcast, you're witnessing everything in real time as it's happening, because in a way it's kind of like I'm documenting it. But I think there's a lot of value in it for both of us. It's helpful for me because I can process as I'm talking, but hopefully it's helpful for you too, because you're on the outside. You can see things probably that I can't or don't because I'm so in it, like I don't have any objectivity. But I'm very, very interested to see like where this all ends up 6 months from now, 12 months from now, because we'll have this to look back on and say, okay, she had a process. This is how she did it. You know, she struggled too. She felt challenged too. But look what happened. So this is why I'm doing it. Now, is there a risk of me ending up with egg on my face? Absolutely. Is it worth the risk? Absolutely. I would much rather document it, have egg on my face, and learn from it, and give you the opportunity to see what it looks like in real life as well, rather than be a fake person who just tells you, oh, you should just go manifest some stuff, go manifest some clients, go manifest your marketing, go manifest some bookings in your diary, like, and then only tell you the shiny baubles, you know, just give you the tinsel. I just want to show you this is what it really does look like, and everybody's journey is different, and you can speed it up, you can slow it down, it can be complicated or not. But I think when it's a big thing, like when I first started playing around with manifesting, I was manifesting little things like a picture of a purple elephant, like finding a silver coin, like a 10-cent coin or a 20-cent coin on the ground on a walk. Like I was just playing around with the energy of little low risk things. But for a bigger thing like a new house, that was huge, and it did bring up a lot was dredged up. And as I said before, I'll tell you about it at some point, but I still haven't finished I guess unpacking it, and I don't want to traumatize you with my trauma. So I'd much rather like put a bow on it and say, look, there was some trauma, but hey, this is what happened, and do it that way, rather than just like, you know, dump it all on you and we've got nothing to do with it. You know, like you can't go anywhere and you just feel yucky for the rest of the day. So I'll process that and I'll come back to you with what it was, and then how I grew from it and what became possible as a result of it, because there was growth, there was possibility, there was the pot of gold that did get obtained. That's not even the right word. I did get the pot of gold. I got the house, right? So it all worked out in the end. That's a spoiler alert right there. All right, my lovelies, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. Bye.